Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy back in the new video. And I'm sure some of y'all see the title of the video, the thumbnail, all that, and you're thinking, it's too early. It's too early. But, I'm doing it for the content. And if someone stop me, do something about it. Do something about it. Stop me from doing this tier list. Do something about it. You can't stop me. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do a tier list based on the beta, based on what I think so far. Obviously, a lot's going to change. Not the final version of the game. It's not, doesn't have all the characters, only has like a small portion. But I'm going to do a tier list anyways. I don't care. I don't really give a fuck. So let's go. Let's get into it. So, I actually made a tier list template with all the characters. You see, we got Liu Kang, we got Li Mei, we got Kenshi, we got Johnny, Katana, Sub. And then cameos, we got Jax, Kano, Sonya, Frost. Now, I wasn't able to get the Frost icon from MK1. So I just grabbed MK11 Frost. in the meantime. So let's get into it. Let's go from left to right. So I'm gonna place Liu Kang in A tier. I feel like he wasn't the strongest character in the beta, but he's definitely pretty good. He has that Liu Kang playstyle of really good fireball game, really good up close buttons, really good damage, and he has a really good like long range punish game as well, stuff like that. He doesn't really have like crazy mix-ups though, or like crazy long range normals. So I feel like that holds him back a little bit. But I'm going to kind of get into this later when I talk about some other characters too. I feel like having crazy mix-ups in this game is kind of like I feel like a lot of characters aren't really going to have that inherently, but cameos might be able to add that, So like, for example, you could put Frost on Liu Kang, or you could put Jax and like get some like unblockable setups, some bomb setups, and then all of a sudden he's got some mix and some dirt, you know what I mean? So the people who are like, oh, Liu Kang, he's got no mix, he's too honest, stuff like that, I feel like they don't really understand MK1 yet. But even with that in mind, I still feel like Liu Kang is like A tier. I feel like he's not. I'm only going to put one character in S, and it's not going to be Liu Kang. I don't feel like Liu Kang's up there. All right, so Li Mei, she's got a good projectile game. She's got decent buttons. She's got good combos, and she's got like her lantern stuff. It really lends to like set up cameos. Like, I don't know if y'all saw Foxy's new video or like Foxy's stream when he was playing Li Mei, but the way he would set up Frostbomb with Li Mei, I mean, it's really hard to deal with. Like, she really lends herself to like set up cameos. And I feel like if you place her with the right, I feel like Li Mei, okay, so if there's no cameos, if this is a cameo-less game, I think Li Mei's here. I think she's B tier. She's very below average. I think she's here. But with the right cameo, like if you're playing Frost with Li Mei and you got everything down and you're cooking, I feel like she's like a low A. I would put Liu Kang slightly above her, but I think she's like a low A. Now, I said that I'm going to put one character in S tier, and we're to that character. I think Kenshi was the best character in the beta. And obviously Sonic Fox said that too. So, if y'all say I'm wrong, then, you're saying Sonic's wrong too. No, I'm just imagine. Obviously, we can't just like appeal to authority with opinions. But I mean, if you just look at Kenshi's toolset, like his Sento stance is like the craziest cameo, right? Because he can like hit you and combo you while he's blocking. And also like just outside of that, like he's got really good normals. He's got that long ass no hurt box mid. He really lends himself well into like a cameos like Kano. And he can use like Kano's knives to set up Sento. And then it's just insane from there. And there's like, you can't really poke out of like his Sento pressure either. You could armor, but also he could bait your armor. And if you get your armor baited like one time by Kenshi, it's over. Like, you're not going to win like from there. If he baits your armor one time, like he's just so good, so cheap. Really good disjointed jump in along with his forward 2-2 being a really good disjointed mid. So yeah, he's just really strong. Got a decent armor move too, so yeah, y'all, Kenshi looking S tier. Even after full release, like, if they don't nerf him going into the game, even with the full cast, like, I don't know. I feel like Kenshi is S tier for sure. Now, we got Johnny next. Now, Johnny was a character that we saw a lot of people playing. We saw a lot of people grinding out on the beta since he was new. We saw, like, Ninja Kill and other people playing him. Now, he's really good. Obviously, he has no projectile, but his up-close game really good. He's got a 9-frame mid. He's kind of like the Jackie of this game, right? Like, no projectile really, but he's got 9-frame mid, stuff like that. And you might be like, oh, if he's got no projectile, how can he get around Ice Clone? and stuff like that. But here's the thing, you could pair him with a cameo like Frost, who can full combo punish Ice Clone from anywhere. So, like, you can use cameos to make up for his weakness. And also, one thing, in my opinion, the single cheapest thing in the beta that I saw was people using his invincible nut punch tied with Kano's knives to have, like, an invincible, like, launching invincible, like, just, like, you could just use it whenever. Like, basically, like, armored move, right? But it's invincible instead of armored. And people would do that through gaps. They would do that on wake up. They would do it through setups. And it was just ridiculous. Like, you're using an invincible move to get through people's pressure, like, whenever. And then you're comboing it with your cameo. Like, that, in my opinion, was the single cheapest thing I saw in the whole beta. Was when people were doing that. So, I don't feel like Johnny's as strong as Kenshi. But I definitely feel like he's up there for sure. I'm going to put him above Liu and Li Mei. And now we're going to get over to Kitana. Now, Kitana, she definitely seems like she has potential. She has crazy combos. And she has, like, good setup potential, stuff like that. But besides that, I feel like she's pretty basic and, like, kind of underwhelming compared to the rest of the characters. Like, her button speed and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like if someone's doing work with Kitana, they could be doing better with another character. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm going to put her in B tier. I think she's the worst in the beta. I don't think she's, like, unusable. I don't think she's, like, unusable by any means. But I definitely think she was the weakest in the beta. Alright, now we're going to get over to who I played, Sub-Zero. Alright, so let's get to Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is who I used in the beta. Now, one thing about Sub-Zero that... Okay, so a lot of people were downplaying Liu Kang by saying he doesn't have, like, mix-up and stuff like that. And I got a hot take. Like, neither does Sub-Zero. And you might be like, oh, he has overhead and low. Bro, I'm telling you, a week into the game, no one's getting hit by that overhead, bro. The only reason that overhead was working was because people were so new. You know what I mean? But that overhead is slow as fuck, bro. Even online, if it's a good connection, like, no one's getting hit by that overhead, bro. Let's be real. But here's the thing about Sub-Zero, though, that makes him so good. He has really good buttons, like really good mid, really good jab, really good pokes. And then he has Ice Clone. And then he has Armored Slide, which you could use the combo with, like, Kano or Sonya, which, in my opinion, up there with Johnny's Nut Punch, was arguably the cheapest thing we saw in the whole beta. So yeah, he's got Armored Slide, which, depending on the cameo, you can combo off of. If you use a cameo that doesn't really have, like, an ambush assist like that, like Frost or Jax, you can get really good setups with Ice Clone and stuff like that. So overall, he's very strong. I don't know if I want to put him up in S tier with Kenshi, but he's definitely, like, right under. I would say he was the second best in the beta. I would say top 3 in the beta were Kenshi, Sub-Zero, and Johnny. Yeah, I would say that's... So, yeah. That's how I would rank the characters in the beta. I think Kenshi was S tier, number 1. And then Sub, number 2. Johnny, 3rd. Liu, 4th. Li Mei, 5th. And then Kitana, B tier, worst character in the beta. But still not, like, unusable. But maybe she could use some buffs to, like, her button speed or something like that. Alright, so let's move on to the cameos. So we got Jax. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I actually did not fight one Jax in the beta. I did not fight one Jax. So for me, this is just gonna be, like, purely assumptions. And, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have, like, a crazy ambush cameo assist, right? But he does have, like, crazy setups and, like, good combo extenders. So I feel like at worst, he's, like, A, right? I feel like at worst, he's A. To be honest, yeah, at worst he's A, I would say. All right, so Kano. Now, Kano, let's be real. Kano assist is S tier. Like, arguably, I would say arguably the 2 best cameo moves we saw were Kano Ball and Kano Knife, and they're on the same character. Like, the setup potential with Kano Ball and the ability to make things safe, and the fact that Kano Knives is an ambush move you could throw out whenever to like, combo off Armored Slide, combo off EX Nut Punch, set up Sento for free. Like, get jump-ins. Like, Kano's just broke. Like, I feel like even, like, there's 18 cameos in the game, right? I feel like, or like 17. Even if you add in those 13 or 14, I cannot see Kano dropping below S tier unless he gets nerfed. Like, Kano cameo is just, like, too good. Like, it's, like, insane. All right, now we're going to go over to Sonya. Now, Sonya's cameo is kind of basic. Like, she's got, like, her launcher that, you know, some characters it helps, some characters it's kind of whatever. And then she's got her ring, which is kind of whatever. But then she's got her square wave, which is a very good move. It's an ambush cameo, which obviously means you could throw it out whenever you want. And, well, besides when you're getting comboed. And you can use it to combo with things that you normally couldn't. Like, whenever I would play against, like, Gambler, he would use Armored Slide and then use that to combo. Okay, so what I was saying is he would use that to combo off Armored Slide. Getting 30% off of Armored Slide is so broke, which is why I would argue that Sonya was the best cameo with sub in the beta. Just the ability to get combos off his low that normally doesn't combo and Armored Slide that normally doesn't combo was so cheap. And also, you could throw like a projectile and do her square wave, and if they jump your projectile, now they're getting comboed, you know what I mean, for making the right read. So I think square wave alone is one of the best cameo moves, and that alone would keep her in A tier. Even though besides that, she's kind of basic as a cameo compared to like Kano. Like, she doesn't really have the juice. Like, the other three cameos, they have like sauce, you know what I mean? Like setup sauce and like fucking like Kano has setups and an ambush. Like Jax has crazy setups, Frost crazy setups. She just has a good ambush, you know what I mean? But a good ambush, I feel like is really good. You know what I mean? And so now we're gonna get the Frost, the last character on here, the last cameo. And I want to put Frost in S tier. I definitely think Frost is better than Sonya and Jax. But my problem with Frost is she has no ambush. And I feel like ambush is like really going to push a cameo into S tier. Now, for those that don't know, an ambush cameo is a cameo you can throw out whenever. Even when you're like blocking or something, you can only not throw it out when you're getting hit. So yeah, I would put Frost above Sonya and Jax, but not in S tier, not quite in S tier. Just because having an ambush, I feel like that's what you're going to really need to push a cameo into that S tier ranking. But Frost, she's so good, right? Like, her combo ability, her low slide that combos anywhere on the screen, punishes projectile, punishes ice clone. She's got her like standalone R1 for like a chip, like the punch walk. And then she's got her bomb, which her bomb has so much setup potential. You know, you get like ice clone and they don't have bar. You throw out that frost bomb, you run up and grab them. Or you do like the lantern with Lee May into frost bomb, you run up and grab them. Like, what are they even going to do? What are they going to do about that? Like, they're going to get comboed, like, one way or the other. And then I'm sure, like, other characters have setup potential. And then if you're a character that can't combo that good, like Lee May or Lu, without, like, bar and stuff, then you got Frost Slide to use as a combo extender because it is fast. Not only is it full screen, but it is fast. So you could use it to extend combos up close as well. So Frost, yeah, I would say that Frost was the second best cameo in the beta. But I don't think she was as good as Kano or even in like the same tier. I would put her above Sonya and Jax though. So yeah, y'all, that is my too early tier list, my beta tier list for MK1. Well, I mean, it's not really a too early tier list because that version of that beta that's the only time we're ever going to play it. You know what I mean? So that's my tier list based off that. I got Kenshi and Kano in S tier. I think they're the best character and cameo free. And then I would say second best, Sub-Zero and Frost. Also, another thing is I feel like character and cameo oh my god, my brain got scrambled right there. Character and cameo combinations, they're not going to be cut and dry, right? Like, I have Frost above Sonya, but I feel like Sonya low-key fits Sub better than Frost does because of the ability to combo off Armored Slide in the low and stuff like that. And if they try to jump clone push, then they're getting comboed. Frost cameo was still great with Sub though too. But yeah, y'all, that's my tier list. I do think Katana could use a little bit of buffs. They could maybe make her her buttons a little bit faster. If they make her buttons a little bit faster, I think she'll be fine. She'll be pretty balanced. They could buff her more than that too if they want to make her broke. But you know, whatever they want to do. I definitely want to see like I don't know. I want to see a lot of bounce patches on this game. I feel like MK11 was kind of dry because they didn't really patch it too much. As long as it's not before a big tournament, I think bounce patches are fine. So yeah, I would like to see Katana get buffed. And I'm not going to say I would like to see Kenshi get nerfed. You know, let him rock for a little bit. You know, we'll see. And yeah, that's going to be it, y'all. I appreciate everyone who's been supporting my YouTube. I'm going to be uploading all kinds of MK1 stuff. And yeah, y'all, later.